Welcome to my Let's Play, Russia from Peasants to Bolsheviks. I'm using version 1.7 of the Divide by Zero mod. You can read about it in the description. Let's get started. As Russia. Alrighty, first things first. Subsidize our existing factories. We'll start by taxing the rich. Admin spending full. We'll reduce spending here. Yeah. Choose our technology. Freedom of trade, we could really use that RGO throughput efficiency. We'll start with that. This is one of the changes I made to the DBZ mod. It increased forward tax efficiency for everybody with the rights of man decision, and life needs and everyday needs for the middle strata reduced. The reason I do this is because you have a mass exodus, and it seems because artisans will buy materials from the world market. They won't buy their needed goods first. They will instead choose to buy things to make other things, to make money to buy their needs, like canned goods. Okay, let's do bureaucrats. As you can see in your administrative map mode, only the capital province has good admin efficiency. Alright, I'm going to leave this alone right now, just because in this newest version of DBZ, you have very low limited colonial power. You have to research it through text. So there you can see colonial power points. There's some in the Navy, but I can't find them right now. Let's start. I'll up the speed here in a minute. Well, that's good. Pig-headed isolationist. Alright, our Navy, we seem to be a penalty. Okay. We have too many ships for our upkeep. I don't need to transport anybody, so get rid of some of these. Oh yeah, just what I wanted. Let's get that pop growth. Alright, what did I want to do in this game? I want to turn Russia into a major superpower, but that's going to take some work. Will influence Sweden. I eventually want to expand into this area and threaten the British jewel. I want to get into Ethiopia at some point. There's a lot of Orthodox Christians there. Kind of the state religion of Russia right now. As you can see, here we go. How many coal producing provinces do we have? Oh, plenty. Okay. That's usually a worry of mine, especially if I'm playing as a South American country. They don't have much coal over here. I'm suffering attrition with my navy because I don't have naval spending high enough. So let's do the minimum we can without getting attrition. There we go. Alright, 63 ships. What can we do? I'd like to take this province from Austria. This one here. Because there are a lot of Ukrainians. They're an accepted pop, as you can see. I should be able to smash Austria pretty easily. They haven't allied with a major power yet. Speaking of, well, France nabbed Prussia. Can't ally with them. Let's do the Ottomans. You need at least 100 relations to ally with anybody, so let's get this started. Also, CBs will last for 2 years, once justified. So I'm going to go ahead and start justifying a CB against Austria. I've got some problems with my army though. Well, those are pretty good units. These, not so much. I want to use my accepted pops for better soldiers. You can use non-accepted pops to make hussars, so I'm just going to delete these guys. And these are terrible units, just basic cavalry. Yeah, get rid of those. I always do the intensive farming. There's no real reason, just that's what I do. I'm just gonna delete this whole unit. Start all over. Terrible. Here we go. That's a pretty good stack there. What, I have Russian troops up there? Yeah. We'll move those. I want to have the best fighting force I can, so that's why I'm getting rid of so many units. Alright, so this region's ready for colonization. You'll notice since colonial points are limited, I can only do one at a time. And this is a major problem for North America. Because the British and the US have limited colonial points as well, so they can't rapidly expand. Let's get some troops over here. Supply limit. It's around here somewhere. There we go. So I'm gonna have my troops collect around this area because I can have about 46,000 troops without suffering attrition. Generally anywhere where there's water. See? Might as well set this up too. I'm losing too much money, so I'm gonna go ahead and increase tax on the middle. The reason I don't max everybody out right away is check out this mass exodus from Europe to the New World. Oof. Losing a lot of pops. Well, everybody is. They're all going to the US and Rupert's Land and Brazil. Well, Venezuela's getting some, that's nice. If I taxed everybody to death, those getting their life needs only partly filled or getting none of their needs, the share will increase and more pops will leave. So it's kind of a battle as poor as Russia is starting off. Ooh. Yakutat, where's that? Alaska. Let's go ahead and attract some immigrants over there. Maybe that'll get some Russians to move there instead of the US. That way I gotta keep them. Still losing too much money. Not much I can do. Raise taxes. I have a better idea. Since Russia's so large and produces just about every kind of good you can think of, I'm gonna raise tariffs. This will hurt the middle class artisans. But they can suffer through it. Yeah, let's send an expedition for 5 prestige. Now some people will delete their entire navy in order to save money right off the bat. But because I need these colonial points, I'm gonna keep it. Oh, I forgot about justifying a war. Okay. Artillery. I always recruit artillery from units that only have, you see, 3x, 2x, units that only have 1. Because generally your artillery units don't suffer any casualties when they go to battle. So I'll use artillery. And let's just mass recruit here. At the start of the game, these units here, they do pretty well. 4 attack, 4 defense. They're kind of like the tanks of the early game, so get some of those if you can. I'll get some non-accepted pop hussars for the reconnaissance bonus. That should be pretty good. Now I can't see anything. Let's get going. Wonder if they'll ally me yet. Yes, they will. Looks like the mass exodus is slowing down. Everything should equalize by about 1840 in terms of migration. Still losing a lot of pops. This is generally my makeup throughout the early game and mid game. I'll add a engineer unit whenever I research medicine and muzzle-loaded rifles. Starting to get some pop growth now. Nah. Ooh, my funds are dwindling. Good, only 2.2. One of the features with this mod, and I kind of like it, is that the higher your infamy, the more infamy penalty you have. So right now I only have 2 infamy, and it's reducing my prestige 1/10 of a point every month. You also get a penalty for war exhaustion to your prestige. It's a pretty good feature. Now I'm going to keep as much timber as I can. It might not be producing a lot right now, causing high unemployment, but it will once I get my industry going. Let's get rid of some of these Diplo points. I don't feel like I could take on the UK right now, so I'm going to suffer the 0.5 militancy and get the extra jingoism boost. I'm going to hang on to this CB for at least a year while I get my army ready. I went for the militancy penalty. It'll decrease pretty rapidly. Pushkin's dead. That's too bad. Just so I can recruit a little quicker, I'm gonna buy up some of these goods. That way these units will recruit much quicker. Small arms, regular clothes. Probably buy some artillery. It looks like I don't need it yet. Quarantine that bitch. Alright. 48's a nice even number for those with OCD. Everything should be speeding up. There we go. Need some horses too. I think Russia produces some horses. Sometimes they become a rare good in the game. Where can I find horses? Kentucky. There we go. Well, not producing any horses right now. Hope that'll change. There we go, that's what I like to see. Let's divert some of these units. That should make 6. Time for a new stack. What else can we colonize? Orelsk. Sounds good. Now I know there's some events to turn these guys into puppets, and later on, once they're puppeted, you can annex them. I can't remember. It's been a while since I played a Russia game with PDM, so I can't remember when that'll happen, but it should happen at some point. Ooh, gotta get rid of that. Too many units. Attrition everywhere. 0% attrition, but we got that little attrition icon. All must see our splendor for prestige. So let's move these guys out here pretty quick. So I need 1 artillery and 4 infantry there. Get these guys out of the way. Let's get a rail network going. It'll boost troop movement speed, as well as RGO and factory production. Some kind of bonus. Hopefully that'll solve the problem. St. Petersburg is a lady. I'm getting a lot of prestige. I wonder what Austria's thinking right about now. With my armies surrounding them. As long as they don't ally Prussia, which I don't think they will. because of France. I should be pretty good. Iron's a pretty good resource. Let's see what it would replace. Not that it matters. Horses. It's only 200 pop there. Sweden is mine. Let's get Norway too. Alrighty, we're nearing the end of the first chapter of Let's Play. I'm making pretty decent money, good pop growth. Let's reduce the tax burden. In the next chapter, we'll invade Austria, probably win this war. I believe the Ottomans will probably join in. That'll divert some troop attention into their area. And I'm probably going to build up some more income, some more savings. That way I can start on designing a good economy. So until next time, goodbye.